Hi everyone and welcome to my urban homestead. Today I'm going to give you guys a tour of the chicken coop and the chicken run. I'm also going to give you guys an idea on how we built this coop and along with the run. Katie is here. This chicken tour, first up we're going to start with the run. Now about 60 to 80% of this entire run is made of recycled materials. Starting with that big hoop that was someone was trying to get rid of that, going to throw it to the dump, and I asked if I can have it, and they said I can have it for 10 bucks. So I only paid 10 bucks for that big frame. And zip ties in order to make sure that all the netting on top would stay still or stay secure. I use zip ties. So far the entire build of the coop is only 10 bucks for that, because this small frame here was something that we've used many years ago. So just recycling it. The cover of that was ripped off from the storm, and I decided, you know what, instead of throwing it, recycle it. This frame, this is an old fence that someone decided to throw away as well, and it was already in the alley. And take note guys, if you find something in the alley that someone is throwing away that's still usable, make sure that you ask permission from the owner first. Don't just get something just because it's on the alley, you know. You just take something, it's considered stealing, and it's not good. So make sure that you ask the previous owners for permission. This one was also from the alley. Someone was throwing this away. The bird netting was also old materials. The cinder block was from the dump. We have a city dump where you can dump all construction materials, and that's where those came from. I dug them up from the dump. You can still see the old cements attached to them, see? And they got chips and such. This one, including this fencing over here that's protecting the girls. This is Caramel and this is Blossom. Of course, they're the first ones to greet because it's snack time for them. This is their treat. At the end of the day, I gave them a treat when I get their eggs. But yeah, this one was from our neighbors. That neighbor as well. They were throwing it away and I asked for it. Those two boxes are recycled from our beehive. So we're gonna go inside and I'm going to show you some more recycled material that we use for the coop. Okay, we've entered the coop, and in order to secure the coop, I just use this bungee cord. That's an old bungee cord that we had. I even have this chicken wire. You can see the triple protection that we have. This chicken wire, I found this in the alley as well. Someone was throwing it away. It was a big bundle of mess, and I just unrolled it and reused it. So another recycled material. And on the and this one are taken from the alley as well, that someone was throwing away, and it's in pieces. These pieces, and there's a couple more few pieces over there. And this one, to really secure, because I only have a little piece of this. So in order to cover this part, I use this. These are from our windows, our old windows. When we are changing windows, this was the screen. So instead of throwing it away, I'm recycling it to use it for protection, to keep them inside so they're not, you know how chicken are. They dig, see, they've dug this part, and without this, they could have already escaped. Now these are the dust bath that I made for them. Dust bath is something that helps them get rid of pests so they don't get sick. So it's composed of dirt. Actually, as well as you know, our yard here, the dirt here on our yard is very sandy. This is the original dirt. You can see it's sandy. See? So I mixed that dirt with diatomaceous what you call that? Diatomaceous something. Diatomaceous earth. There. I hope I'm not butchering it, but that's the mixture that I put in there, and the girls love to sit and scratch and just, you know, take a bath in there. Now for the bottom of the run, I use straw. And it keeps them busy, the straw. So they love to dig in it, and I occasionally drop worms, like dried worms, as treat for them. The same thing with scratch feed, and it keeps them busy and keeps the girls happy, you know. And I also feed them vegetable scraps. These are from the garden. See, these are broccolis, organic garden, organic vegetables. That's one of the cabbages. Okay, I decided to put the girls in the coop because this girl is ornery. You all know she's my problem child, Caramel. I swear, this chicken doesn't act like a chicken. She acts like an ornery mixture of a cat and a dog. Anyway, as I was saying, another material that I put in here that, you know, something that keeps the girls busy are wood. These are big chunks that I put before, and now they have scraped it. They ate up all the termites and all the bugs in it, and they just love to peck and play with it. You know, it helps to release some stress, I think, or for playing or such. You know, keeps the boredom away, keeps it at bay, so to speak. But yeah, I've noticed that they love it. So whenever our neighbor would cut up, you know, have some scrap wood that looks like this, I ask for it, and they would give me a chunk of it for the girls. Okay, this is another view of the cinder blocks that I recycled. And this is the other half of that plastic half fencing that I showed you over there. And these are the one that holds them together. These are zip ties. Now I got this from the hardware store, and these zip ties are the heavy duty ones. You see, we live in the Midwest, and we got terrible wind. So wind is a huge factor here. So if you're going to use zip ties, make sure that they're the kind that is heavy duty. And it doesn't cost that much, to be honest. Another one that secures, if you're wondering what secures this big giant hoop, as you can see, it's pretty tall. The girls can spread their wings and fly, so to speak. Is this, guys, bungee cord. It's secured there all the way to the ground. And when we are securing this, look at all the zip ties I put in here. It's full of zip ties. But anyway, each corner of this thing is secured with bracket that goes about a foot deep on the ground to secure it, because you know, we got chickens, they would dig, we got strong winds, so it's important that you secure this, especially if you live in a place that is really windy. And you see, these are also fencing that someone threw away, and we asked for it. This is our original fence, metal fence, but I decided, you know what, for the wind, you know, for protection, windbreak, especially for the girls, I decided to recycle this. Someone threw it away. It's like plastic, and I asked if I can have it, and they said, yeah, you can have it. So there you go. It's windbreak for the girls, so they don't get wet inside, and it protects them, you know. it scares them when the wind is howling. So see, another bungee cord. And the girls, oh, if you wanna see a review of the Coop, like a year review of the Coop, feel free to watch that video that I did the other day, and give you guys a blow-by-blow report of how the Cumberland chicken coop hold up after 1 year of use. But yeah, here's the run. It's a pretty good sized run, don't you think? It's pretty good size, and the girls loved it. I mean, you can tell that they're happy. I mean, they're healthy. Nobody has ever been sick ever since we got them. So yeah. Oh, one more thing. This one is also recycled. A neighbor from across the street was throwing this away. This is an old swimming pool step. And we decided, you know what, just recycle it. The girls would roost on it. They would sit on here every now and then when they're playing during the day, and they would love to sit on this wood as well. And this wood holds up their water. Now, if you can see, this is a new water that we got them, because the other one, I don't recommend it at all. This one is way better because this thing is sturdy. The other one has a itty bitty plastic to hold the thing, and it's a gallon water. I mean, this thing is heavy, especially when it's full, so it's important that this is sturdy. So yeah, this is not paid advertisement. I'm not getting paid for this, but I recommend this. I mean, it's worth the investment. I mean, the girls would just poke it and water comes out, and water don't get dirty and such, and it's easy to refill. You just lift it up and refill it. So yeah, I recommend this thing. You guys, I just cleaned their coop the other day, but you know how chickens are. They're not the most cleanest of birds, of animals, and they poop everywhere. But oh yeah, like, gonna harvest egg. This is what I use for harvesting. Just put it here and I'll harvest their eggs. And I recommend using this straw, this thingy. I'll show you a picture of the container that it came from, but this one really soaks up their crap really well, and I don't need to clean as much. I mean, for everyone who has chickens, how dirty chickens can be, you know. But that bedding that I use works really good. I use several different varieties of beddings, and so far from my experience, that bedding is the best because it soaks up their gunk and it controls the smell. I don't need to clean as much, unlike the first things that I used before that I have to clean all the time because it gets really smelly. As for the gunk, like their poop, I put them in these tires. You guys saw the build, how I moved them all myself, and as you can see, no flies whatsoever. See, I'm very proud of it. No flies whatsoever, and it's all thanks to a really good bedding. So there you have it. That's our tour of the chicken coop. I hope that this give you guys an idea of how to set up your chicken run without breaking the bank. It's just a matter of elbow grease and being creative and thinking outside the box. I mean, recap, used frames, old fences, that's why they're all different, multicolor, chicken wires, bird nettings, window frames and window screens, old plastic fence, old boxes. I mean, You just have to think outside the box. You don't have to spend some, it's not necessary to spend a lot of money just to build a decent size chicken run. Especially one, I mean, it's very important for chicken to be able to spread their wings and fly and run around and play. So I really hope that this tour would give you guys an idea of building a chicken mansion for your girls without breaking the bank. So I hope that this is helpful for everyone, and if you think that someone would benefit from this video, I would appreciate it if you would share it, would like, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate, and the girls would appreciate if you would subscribe as well. Oh, and I'm going to show you pictures of the products that I use. It's a trial and error, but after a year of being with the girls, I have found certain items that really helped a lot in raising them, like the food that they eat, the beddings that I use, their water, their snacks, and their treats. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of them so you guys have an idea. And again, this is I don't get any money from this. Is not paid advertisement. It's just my way of sharing what I learned after a year of having the girls. So thank you for watching and take care. God bless. Bye.